Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to recap Inside Out 2. There will be some spoilers. So if you do want that, get out right now. Anyways, let's go. The film starts off with Riley's family moving into a new house, and her being sad about leaving her friends behind. One day, she receives a letter from her best friend saying that she misses her. Joy decides to take control of Riley's mind in order to make her feel better. She sends Sadness to get some tissues, but accidentally merges with Sadness. Then they both get sucked into the train tracks, and they have to team up to find their way back home. They visit forgotten memories, Riley's imaginary friend and her subconscious, before finally making it back, but not without a few side quests along the way. This results in some pretty crazy revelations about Riley herself, especially regarding her imaginary friend, which I won't spoil here. When they arrive back at headquarters, they find that while they were gone, fear took control of Riley and made her act irrationally. After some heartfelt apologies from both Joy and Sadness, they all work together to help Riley accept her new life. In the end, Joy learns that sadness isn't something to be ashamed of, and that emotions are there to help us, not hurt us. Now I'm going to describe each and every scene of the movie in chronological order. So let's just get started. We open up with a flashback of Riley as a child receiving a hockey stick from her dad. She is so happy. We then see her playing hockey outside with her friends. It is summertime, and she is sad that she has to say goodbye to her friends because her family is moving away. Her mom tries to cheer her up by telling her that they'll just make new friends. At school, Riley is having a great time until she remembers that she has to say goodbye to her best friend. She feels upset and runs out of school to avoid everyone. At headquarters, Joy is in control of Riley and is trying to think of ways to make Riley feel better. She tells Fear to bring Sadness over so that they can make Riley cry her feelings out. But Fear is worried that Sadness will take control of Riley if she starts crying, so he locks her inside a box. Meanwhile, Bing Bong, who used to be Riley's imaginary friend, is trying to get Joy's attention, but she ignores him. As Sadness is being wheeled towards the console, she accidentally knocks it over and falls onto the train tracks. Joy immediately pops out of the console and rushes over to Sadness to try to save her. But before she can do anything, they get sucked into the train. Once inside, they realize that they have merged and they are too heavy to pull apart, so they decide to work together. Sadness begins guiding them forward, since she knows the train better than Joy does. The train eventually comes to a stop and they jump off. We then pan up to reveal that they are in the mine dump, an area where unimportant memories are stored. They need to find the memory that will take them to the next area. So Sadness uses her magnifying glass to scan the nearby memories. She finds one that looks promising, but before they can enter, they are attacked by a large cluster of garbage. After defeating it, they successfully dive into the memory. They then find themselves in a rocket ship traveling through space. The walls are covered with pictures of constellations, which are actually important memories for Riley. Up ahead, they see an asteroid field, but fortunately, there is an escape route. As they approach it, however, it disappears. This is because the memory is a forgotten one, meaning that it is no longer relevant to Riley. Since they don't have enough speed to turn around, they crash into the asteroid field and get flung onto a nearby planet. When they land, they notice that everything is made out of memories. Some of them are good, like the one where Riley scored a goal in a hockey game, but most of them are bad. They need to find the core of the planet in order to move on. But in order to do that, they'll have to go through some of Riley's worst memories. First, they encounter a memory of Riley getting braces, which is pretty traumatic for her. Next, they come across a memory of her first period, which is also really scary. Finally, they reach the center of the planet, but they are blocked by Riley's imaginary friend, Bing Bong. He is mad at Joy for abandoning him and won't let them pass until she apologizes. Joy refuses though, saying that she didn't abandon him. Instead, he was abandoned by Riley when she grew up. This hurts Bing Bong's feelings and he starts to fade away. Joy realizes that she was wrong and apologizes, which makes him reappear. He lets them go and they jump into his rocket ship, which takes them to the next area. This area is full of imaginary friends who have been forgotten by their owners. They call themselves the Forgotten, and they attack anyone who enters. Joy and Sadness hide behind a bush to avoid being spotted, but one of the Forgotten approaches them anyways. She introduces herself as Catherine and asks them where she can find her friend Wink. After some convincing, they agree to help her find him. They sneak into the control room where the Forgotten keep their friends. But before they can grab Wink, Catherine grabs Joy and says that she wants to become the new leader of the Forgotten. She believes that Riley's imaginary friend could lead them to her real friends. But in order to do that, she needs Joy's help. Joy reluctantly agrees, and Catherine uses her powers to turn Joy into an action figure. Then she puts her inside a box and brings it back to the others. She tells them that they need to travel to headquarters by train, but they are soon attacked by more Forgotten. After a fierce battle, they manage to defeat them and board the train. While they are riding, Sadness tells Catherine about how special Riley is. This inspires her to break free of the forgotten, and she joins Joy and Sadness on their quest to return to headquarters. When they arrive, they see that fear has taken control of Riley and is causing her to act irrational. They quickly hide so that he doesn't see them. They watch as fear causes Riley to push away her new friends. He thinks that he is protecting her, but he is really hurting her. After seeing this, Joy feels guilty for not being there sooner, and she apologizes to Sadness for the way that she acted earlier in the movie. They then come up with a plan to get Fear to admit that he was wrong. Meanwhile, inside Riley's mind, Fear is trying to come up with a reason why he is doing what he is doing. He stumbles upon a memory of Riley as a child. When her dad was comforting her after she skinned her knee, he realizes that he is doing everything out of fear of losing her. This makes him feel guilty, and he apologizes to the other emotions for the way that he acted. Together, they come up with a plan to fix Riley's relationships with her new friends. The next day at school, Riley acts more like her old self and is able to repair her friendships. After school, she runs to her dad and hugs him. Joy looks on happily as Riley accepts her new life. So yeah, that is the movie Inside Out 2. It's definitely not Pixar's best movie, but it's still pretty good. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the like button, and maybe subscribe too if you aren't already. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.